Hailing frequencies are open. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Last Excelsior, our Star Trek Adventures actual play here on Althaven with the StreamPunks. It's a pretty wonky evening because we've had a big shakeup with our first officer just, deciding to peace out and abandon ship because that's what, I mean, it makes sense because Sam's final act as captain in the last campaign was just taken off without giving Starfleet heads up, but they actually gave us total heads up that we knew this was happening, so it's fine. I just want to give Sam a hard time while they're not here, because they can't immediately threaten me. Yeah, it's a good thing to be back. We're very excited. I'm seeing that my camera's being a potato. What? Did my camera die or something?
No.
Are we good?
I think it's a little bit blurry on stream from the looks of it.
It's a little blurry. Oh, it is a little blurry. I don't know why that is. All right. Well, I'll see what I can do about that while we're coming into the game. But yeah, so tonight we're going to get underway here. We have Eliza coming back and joining us again. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Eliza. And I'm going to just jump right into the announcements here. Does anybody have anything they would like to tell the audience about before we get underway tonight's game?
Yeah,
Go for it.
No,
I played GeoGuessr. I played GeoGuessr. I'll take it. Don't worry. I'll take it. I played GeoGuessr on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific, except for this week because I got tired and didn't stream. So if you haven't watched any of my streams, you should go check out my YouTube channel where I post all of my VODs. It's a really good time, and I have a great time making thumbnails. Everybody should come learn about the world with me. It's fun.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything? Yeah.
Now I'll go. Hi, I'm Jack. And my announcement is I'm going to pack some plug this year. I'm very excited about. So if you want to hang out, game, check. If you're going to be there, just let me know. We can hang out. I'm bringing, just because there was a lot of fun at Big Bad Con, I'm bringing a bunch of Beyblades and a little Beyblade arena. So if you want to just hang out and let it rip, let me know. You can join us. Just doing it for fun. There's literally no tournament or anything. I think we're literally just like find the lobby of the hotel and just sit down and set up a little Beyblade area. So if you're into that kind of stuff, or just hanging out and being silly, please come hang out with me and my friends. On Wednesdays over on Table Story, that's TableStory at 3 p.m. Eastern over in a campaign called Department of Unsolved Mysteries, or DUM, which has been very fun. If you like stuff like Warehouse 13, The Twilight Zone, X-Files, all of that kind of mash up together, you'll really enjoy the Department of Unsolved Mysteries. It's been a ton of fun. You can check that episode 3 on Wednesdays. It's every Wednesday. Yeah, I think that's everything for me.
Are you sure, Drac?
Yeah.
So busy. See if we have anything. I don't really have any other announcements, just that I would say stay tuned because we're finally, as you all know, we've StreamPunks has gone through some changes recently, and there was a couple of announcements. We made a big noise about how we're going to have some announcements coming out in October. Those had gotten delayed, so I would say that I'm very excited to say that there are announcements coming. I would say maybe keep an eye out this weekend. Definitely keep an eye out this weekend for some announcements on the way. That all being said, oh yes, Eliza, please go ahead.
Hi. I don't have any like specific announcements, just that I like to pretend that I'm gonna like stream regularly, but I don't. So just follow me on A Piece of Eliza, and I'm just gonna stream when I want to. It's just kind of how it is. But yeah, that's it. I mean, I have other stuff going on, but nothing to announce yet. I'm glad to be back here.
Yay! I love Eliza's announcement. Hi, I'm Eliza. I do what the fuck I want. Anyway, glad to be back.
Deal with it.
Wait, also another announcement. I'm going to announce it for Eric, unless plans have changed. But on Friday, we're playing Core Keeper on Eric's channel.
Yes.
Yeah, we've kind of been obsessed with that game.
Yeah, I will be there this week. Sadly, I'm recording music this weekend, but next time, Core Keeper.
Yeah, in that case, we could just play Repo.
There too, because I won't be there. I won't be there to get dizzy.
We can play Repo.
Peak.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Eliza, I don't know if you've ever heard of Core Keeper, but you should get Core Keeper and come play with us on Fridays.
Yeah, it's an easy.
It's like Stardew Valley Minecraft.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, it's a lot.
Fun.
It's obsessive.
Core. You said Core Keeper?
Core Keeper. Yeah. I'll buy you a copy if I have to. I swear to God.
We'll look it up.
So cute.
Yeah. All right. I think with that, we are going to go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of The Last Excelsior. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Last Excelsior. We're going to get into the game now. There has been a bit of a time skip, so we're going to start today's session off. Oh, we're doing a test. Very good. Let's go ahead and start. Admiral Demio Rollins log, stardate 61520.3. The brass has come up with a cute term around HQ describing moments like the one we're having right now. Sneeze. We're in a moment of pause where things are building towards something, but nothing is happening yet. We've had a few of these past few months, and it's a sign that things are starting to finally go smoothly. Admiral Picard is performing miracles right now. But even with his acumen, we're all being reminded that that finding suitable worlds to help the Romulan people relocate isn't the real problem. Despite the astronomical odds of finding suitable planets well outside the predicted threshold of the Hobus star, that's not as difficult as dealing with the Romulan government. Though thankfully, I am well aware and away from such matters. My assignment is overseeing Reserve Fleet, and in our fleet, things feel suspiciously normal. Things feel like old times over here. I mean, like they were before the war. I never would have guessed that this would have been a cushy assignment, but here we are. But my pride and joy of this posting is actually pride. If this was an episode, this is where you would see the turbolift doors open, and stepping onto the bridge of the USS Pride is Captain Hata. Hata Ben stepping onto the bridge. Just behind you, the hiss of the doors, which sound anachronistic and classic. A sound you do not hear in Starfleet anymore. From old vessels like these, it's very signature sound. And as soon as you step onto the bridge, Captain, you hear Ensign Zoe Devons, who was once the chief, who was once a transporter officer and who is now working ops in your former position, calls out, "Captain on the bridge." We hear the Admiral's log continue. For all the adventures she's had in these past few months, the Pride and her crew have finally started settling into a new routine. Captain Hata has taken the center chair, reassigned after the Molly Williams began her 7-month-long repair and refit. Tough little ship with a tougher captain. No one knows the Pride as well as Hata. Well, maybe Lieutenant Commander Tavine. That's where we see Tavine, her hands deftly dancing across the helm controls as she updates star charts from the nearest subspace uplink. Captain Sharon's retirement was a quiet affair, just as he preferred it. Last word was he's begun his spiritual training on Bejor, and from what I hear, he's already been given a special position of Ranjin. His connection to the lost Bajoran orb means my old friend is going to be doing a lot of good for his people that he has long felt disconnected from. And I'm happy for him. With Griffin Wing undergoing a full maintenance and refit cycle, the Pride has been sent on a proper R-Fleet duty. And I'm glad to see things normalizing for the Pride for once. Which is what makes today's news actually a little bit harder to deliver. Cut to Hata. You are in Captain's quarters. In your, we should say, the ready room. And as you are sitting there, across from you on screen is Admiral Rollin, who is delivering the news that he was just mentioning in his own personal log. You brace as you're kind of suspecting you know exactly what he's about to tell you. And sure enough, it's confirmed. I'm afraid I've pretty much used up all my credit, Captain. It looks like USS Pride is scheduled for decommissioning in about 1.5 months or so. They haven't given me an exact star date. But at this point, Starfleet's become convinced that the old girl could probably be better used to help maintenance some of the other ships that aren't quite as old as she is. I'm trying to see what I can do about getting her put in the Fleet Museum, being that she's the longest serving starship vessel currently in service. But the Daystrom Institute wants to dissect her and take apart the hull plating to find out more about these anti-chronotons the Pride encountered. And of course, there is the simple fact that, well, Commander LaForge wants all the resources we can get over at Utopia Planitia for the ship construction. So I'll see what I can do about it, but I'll keep you informed. And in the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. Before we get into formalities, how are you settling in?
Just fine. It feels like coming home.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Before you got back to the center chair, the Pride had. I know you went through the debrief and kind of understood everything that was going on with that mysterious Romulan vessel. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to take this moment to give you an update on what Starfleet's learned. There's been no sign of this ship in the past 6 months. I'm not sure exactly what affects the, temporal event that the bridge crew undertook with the Guardian of Forever, but whatever it did, it would seem that at least for now, things have gone quiet. Now, I don't have a lot of say in this, Hata, but I'm trying to ensure that the USS Pride gets kept at the front of the line when it comes to investigating the matters behind this Romulan vessel. But Starfleet's taken a particular interest in it now that we know that it's from the future and now that we know it's been messing with timelines. So the Department of Temporal Agencies is requesting that we remove the USS Pride from the investigation completely. I am against this. I think there's no other ship in Starfleet more suited for this. But the truth of the matter is because the Pride is so dated, they believe that a more advanced starship, particularly a science vessel, would be more suited to track down this ship and deal with it. And frankly, I don't have a lot of ground to argue against that, Captain. That being said, you just happened to find yourself at the right place at the right time. He lets that sit in the air, doesn't really finish it.
What were you going to say, Admiral?
Maybe you'll find yourself at the right place at the right time.
Ah, yes. Apologies. I thought you had another thought after that.
Nope, he says with a very contradictory smile on his face.
You can see Hata like, oh, this is a weird human thing, isn't
Oh,
it?
no.
The wheels are now turning.
Yeah.
Her brain. She's like, oh, okay. Wait, what are all of my notes about?
Oh my God, we are
human
absolutely role-playing the
nuance.
ADHD autistic experience right now. Like,
It's exactly who this character
you're trying
is,
to
by the
communicate
way.
something else to me. Yeah, and I'm not. Could you please just say it directly?
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
And then you see her on her like pad. There's like 5 different possibilities of what he might mean, and she's like,
Right.
okay, I'm gonna work on that later. Okay. Thank you, Admiral. Is there anything else?
Yes. In fact, I have an assignment for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Let's go ahead and just transmit it across subspace now. Get looking at it. Get back to me on when your ETA is and the arrival time. I have a meeting that I'm already late to, but I need you to take it from here. It's going to be a bit quiet from HQ for the next couple of weeks. So if you need anything, obviously I'm just a phone call away.
Oh, that reminds me, Admiral, about
Yes.
the soon-to-be decommissioning of this ship.
Yes.
I'm sure the crew will want to know this information. What can I tell them about their next assignments?
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on that for the crew and for yourself. I don't want a captain as capable of you sitting around waiting for the Molly Williams to be reinstated. I need everyone to be working towards something. So it might be that we have to break the crew up and distribute personnel where we need them most. Nothing really to report right now, Captain, but if you want to go ahead and just tell them what I've told you, that's fine.
Yes, thank you, sir.
All right. Well, with that, I'm going to leave you to it. Starfleet out. The tired-looking admiral, you see, blinks off screen. You see the Starfleet logo appear. As that happens, you see coming through on the data pad in front of you, as well as your personal view screen, your mission assignment that's being transmitted right now through subspace.
And Hata, well, yeah, in these few moments where she's waiting for this subspace transmission, she presses. Actually, would she press a button? I think actually it's a voice command. She'll say,
Okay.
"Quarters to home settings," and you hear the hermetic sealing of the doors and all the
Nice.
joints, and it starts to fill with liquid. And she, as soon as it's deep enough, she starts wading around in the water and like doing flips and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. You see the glow of ambient force fields immediately emit around anything you do not want exposed to the environment. Just the entire interior of your quarters immediately activates, which, by the way, as you all did on the opening, when we were doing our session zeros, incorporated the advanced environmental protections inside this quarter facility. Sure enough, the replicator distributes water, and seawater just beams in and just starts to formulate through the holographic projections and replicators. And your entire quarters becomes an aquatic environment. Go ahead and gain a point of momentum.
Wow, I haven't used these in a while. I say both in and out of character.
Yeah.
I don't even know where they are.
What?
I'll
I need to
find them
adjust my 2, 4, 6. Yeah, that's right. I can't have that much threat today because I've only got 3 of y'all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really like, it's gonna be a nice, relaxing,
nice chill game, unless I burn all 6 of that thread on one thing. So, okay.
More details. Oh, actually, for anyone who has not ever met Hata in the audience, Hata is an Arcadian. They are an aquatic species, as you may have gathered. To me, they look like alien Bjork, so that's kind of who Hata is. I just kind of made her alien Bjork because I adore Bjork. She's like one of my, if not my actual favorite artists ever. And so she has this like light blue iridescent skin that shimmers in the light. She has like a very kind of like, the typical alien-esque shaped head where it's like bulbous on the top and then tethers down into a V point-ish at the chin. She has like these two rows of hair, victory rolled back and then braided at the neck, large piercing eyes, and she moves kind of ethereal, like she has this ethereal movement of her limbs, even when she's not in water.
Awesome. Okay. So you sort of rejuvenate yourself here. The Molly Williams also had the environmental adaptations aboard the ship to accommodate, especially because so much of the Molly Williams is designated as a medical a response vessel and rescue vessel. In this case, though, even at her venerable age, the USS Pride measures up in keeping the environment very comfortable for you. But Hata, you have enough sensitivity to be able to sense that the water feels off, like the salinity level is a little different. This has been the case since you got back, and you've already discussed this with your chief engineer, and I'll go ahead and tell you that he's already told you, much to his dissatisfaction, but Pavin's already kind of given you the heads up that it's going to require a constant readjustment, unfortunately, that the Pride's power systems, they are just, the way he phrased it to you was, she's kind of in her last legs here, Captain. I can keep updating as much as I can, but at this point, it's software update practically every day. So anytime the water feels strange to you, just let me know and I'll come straight up from engineering and see to it. Sure enough, as you're floating and like stretching outwards, it's not bad. It's not uncomfortable. It's just noticeable.
Like I'm not floating quite as much, maybe.
More of like the water just noticeable in that, like, if you open your eyes underwater, you just notice as you're looking around that visually things look a little different. Like you're in the water just feels like there's just too much salt.
Like
Mhm.
when you
Oh,
live in
too
a
much
different
salt,
town
okay.
from like your friend and their tap water tastes slightly different than yours.
Yeah, it's about noticeable on that scale, I would say. Sure.
Okay. So more salt. So I'm floating more then.
Mhm.
Like, oh, okay. Well, that also works.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little more
Did I get
buoyancy than
this?
usual.
Did I get the subspace message yet?
Yes, you did. So, subspace message basically tells you that this is a continuation of a lot of the things that the USS Pride has been designated to do recently. You guys have had a lot of mundane assignments the past few months. And ever since Jaren retired, you've been here, we'll say it's been about a week since you've been back on duty here, as the USS Pride has undergone a lot of maintenance herself. Right now, there's two items to bring up to your attention. The first one is you have something of a welcoming home party that is being held for you in 8 backward this evening at 0900 hours. So, or rather, I'm sorry, that's not evening, that's morning. It would be 17, yeah, 1700.
21.
21? 2100 hours?
Yeah, 9 p.m. be 21.
Yeah, that's right, because alpha shift would end. Yeah. Okay, so it'd be like 9 p.m. Yeah. So in this case, the only other thing is on this data pad, you see a lot of the information of the assignment come up. There is a planet called Pallium 7. And you can see immediately as you're looking at the updates of the report why it is you have been assigned to this. Tylium 7 has apparently experienced a natural disaster. I'll give you a little bit of background from what you get from the data readout. Tylium 7 apparently is a newer colony. It's been around for about 15 years now. Population is about 600 people. And the Federation has greenlit it for the next stage of colonization. This happens after the Federation feels absolutely certain that this planet can be colonized without it causing a disruption to any possible natural species that are already living here, or more importantly, making sure that it doesn't affect the ecosystem or anything else like that. Obviously, if there's any sentient species that are living on this planet, that is a whole other process and usually involves the Federation becoming a little more involved. In this case, this place was founded because of the archaeological finds that originally was discovered here. Helium 7 is known for being a planet that, according to archaeological finds, would indicate that thousands of years ago there was another civilization that is living here that has since gone extinct. But they have found a lot of evidence that this civilization was advanced, not warp capable, but advanced. So the past 10 years or so, it's been an archaeologist's dream to come to this colony and do field research and uncover mysteries. However, recently, according to the report that you're reading, Tylium 7 uncovered an artifact, and within 2 days, 24 people have been reported to have contracted a mysterious illness, which has quarantined the entire planet. However, it would seem that nobody else has gotten sick, and it is under control at the moment. The USS Pride is, of course, as so often seems to be the case, the only ship that's currently in range and that is not that they can't pull off duty to go immediately make the Federation's presence known and help in any way they can. The Federation likes to call this a show the flag mission, which is where the Federation shows up to remind their colonies that they're not alone and that you're here to help. You are to talk to the colony administrator, who is a man named Nario. Nario is a near-human species called a Supagia. They are basically, without being too dismissive to poor Nario, another bumpy-headed species. from like the makeup department. Yeah. Kind of like Nario basically looks like it's like a couple of rigid bumps that kind of go across the forehead, receded hairline, and spots. It's one of those kind of like quick, we have a low budget.
As in Enterprise.
Yeah, Enterprise.
When I was live tweeting Star Trek for the first time, I kept being like, and funky forehead number 47 enters stage left.
Oh, you know what? I left off an O. I'm not even reading my own writing. It's actually Naryu. Sorry about that. Naryu. So it's Nariyyoo. Naryu. And you see, he looks like he is somebody who has a lot of experience doing archaeology. The reports come in that the 24 people that are sick have been quarantined. Nobody else is reporting any symptoms. It looks suspiciously like radiation poisoning, but nobody is responding to radiation treatment. So right now, they have everyone quarantined and they've requested Federation help. You have a feeling that Dr. Conway is going to be playing a prominent role in what is going to be taking place on this planet. Yep.
Okay.
That's your mission assignment.
All right. What part of the shift are we in?
This is the beginning of Alpha Shift.
Okay. So then, I will send out a little message to my senior staff to, I don't know why I'm talking like that. Who knows? Very strange, isn't it? Sending a message to senior staff to meet. Oh, wait, I'm already in the ready room. I'm in the ready room. Okay, so I'll say to my senior staff, we have a new mission. Please meet as soon as possible in the ready room. And I'll start to drain the tank.
Okay. You can meet in the seniors in like the in the briefing.
The observation
room is, the observation or briefing room is basically available to you. So you can
yeah. Let's do that. We'll do
okay,
that.
cool. All right. In which case, senior staff is basically ordered to report to the briefing room.
Okay.
Yep.
And swim to the door. You know what? Isn't it holographic? No, is it replicated water or holographic? I forget what we decided.
It's using holographic technology, but that often uses replicator technology. So it's kind of a little A, little B.
Little A, little B.
The
I'm just
holographic,
wondering.
I think, is the barrier. So you could like walk through
the
holograph and be dry on the outside.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, wouldn't it be very special if I open the door and like holographic water spills out and then disappears?
Oh, we can do that too.
Oops, I forgot to put the barrier up or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll head to the observation room. I will check in on the bridge and just say, how's everyone doing this morning? Who's there? Who's Todd?
I mean,
everybody.
I guess we'd all be there.
Yeah, everyone would be there.
How are you all doing? Did you have the muffins?
Big smile on you see this big smile on Zarya's face. Your tactical officer who is behind or your security officer, I should say. It's very rare to see the Andorian smile like this, but she just smiles and nods. She's, I'm great, Captain. Thank you.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Muffins were honestly really, really good. You need to give me the recipe at some point.
Yes. Well, I mean, they should always be there now. I programmed them down in the mess hall into the replicator. So hopefully they might not be as good as the ones I make, but busy captain. Can't speak every morning.
Avrali looks like they're waiting to speak up over at the science station. They're kind of like tapping a little bit. The Andorian looks the science officer looks very anxious, like they want to speak, but they're afraid it's out of turn. And they finally say, Captain?
Yes.
Sorry, are there more muffins?
I will have some sent up.
Thank you, Captain.
Of course.
And if the camera was to stay on Avrali, as Avrali nods to you and swivels back to face their station, they would hear Avrali just go, oh my God, I love her.
Imagining a tiny little as they turn back around.
as they finish like eating on the bridge, like that man's playing Galaga. Yeah, basically, Avrali is kind of having that moment where they just kind of slip themselves at the last piece of their other muffin. This is like their third one. But yeah. At that point, too, I'll go ahead and give you guys. Right now, you are stationed just outside Nebula 61387741, and you've just finished conducting your third hour of deep space scans into the nebula. It's essentially cataloging gaseous anomalies. It is the grunt work of science exploration, and you guys have had some downtime doing this. For the helms officer, it's kind of nice just to fly the ship around wherever you need to, but it's been
chilling.
yeah, it has been a very quiet couple of days for the USS Pride.
I think Teon's been loving it as well. Honestly, Teon is like, I've had so much excitement. I thought when I was assigned to this ship, I was told it's going to be a chill assignment. It was most definitely not. So I'm going to enjoy the boring while I can.
Yeah, in all honesty, for you to Aeon, it really has. Ever since you guys finally exited the reality jumping encounter with the Guardian of Forever, things have been very quiet. And the crew over the past 6 months has finally fallen into a routine of like, there's game night tonight down in like the main officers' quarters near main sick bay. There is going to be like a pie eating contest next week. Like the crew has finally fallen into what everyone always thought the reserve fleet was going to be. Is y'all are kind of basically busing medical supplies and equipment back and forth from colonies that need it. This assignment that you've all just been given is probably the most exciting thing that the Pride has gotten, but that is to be discovered because you've all been called into the y'all have been called into the room to basically go over the mission.
How long has the Griffin Wing been out? Have Hata and Cadence been able to cross paths on the ship yet, or like
Very
like
briefly? It
Very-
was a ships passing in the night situation because Griffin Wing is currently on Starbase 16 that is undergoing a full-on maintenance cycle. It's also Griffin Wing has also been Griffin Wing. When you guys successfully tested Griffin Wing, Starfleet is just now pulling a lot of the Peregrine fighters that it was going to decommission or mothball out of those states, and they're essentially updating their small fleet of Griffins so that the Peregrines basically are all getting updates to mirror what Griffin Wing has done. So right now, Cadence is overseeing that, and it's been a long process. Cadence is due to report back in a couple of days with a new updated Griffin Wing for the ship.
Oh God, who's second in command? Well, temporary second in command.
You temporarily do not have an XO right now. There is no XO assigned to the ship. Somebody can fulfill the duty, but right now things have been so quiet that it hasn't been an urgent need to do that. The ship is just senior staff is kind of taking over a lot of the administrative duties of the XO, and for the most part, I'll say that Hata, you've discovered that Ensign Zoe Devons actually has done quite well of not only serving as an ops officer, but occasionally when you need it, an assistant as you need. So
wonderful. On the way to the observation deck or observation lounge, I would like to pull out my pad and send a little message. Actually, well, maybe. Wait, no, you just said no. I don't want to send them away. Is it a her or a them or he?
Who's that?
Zoe Devons.
Oh, she. Yeah.
She. I don't want to send her away before this meeting. I want her at the meeting, so I'm going to send a little message to someone who crews our. Is it a mess hall? I just said that. I don't remember. What do we have?
What's his name?
Do we have
Wesset,
a person?
Wessett's in the.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about your new galley.
Galley, yes.
Yeah. So the galley. Yeah. So here's the fun fact about the galley that you guys have just got up and going these past 6 months. It's not a very big galley, unfortunately. The galley is quite cramped because it is built like an old school galley. It's just meant to be a small dining hall that was to accommodate crews of a previous age. So the flip side, though, is Wesott has turned this into a fully functioning kitchen. and is
Oh.
cooking food down there now.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
the muffins are not replicated.
You don't
actually.
have to have them replicated if you give Wes. Now, as a quick reminder to you, real quick, Lisa, Wesot was the Bolian you guys rescued in your very first mission. He was the Bolian captain who wanted to join Starfleet.
Oh,
He has
I
since found a
remember.
place. He has since found a place that he loves cooking for the crew and has kind of become the
Aw.
Neelix of the USS
yeah,
Prime.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
Yep,
giving
we got a
Neelix.
Neelix. We got a
He's
Neelix.
discovered that he is doing quite well as a morale officer, and indeed, cooking for everybody.
Oh, that's cute.
One of the galley has been renamed Jaren's galley, and it
Oh.
is currently operating right now, and is probably the most popular place on the ship outside of the holodeck.
And 8 backward.
Yeah, 8 backwards is a great place to go to decompress, and if you want a good replicated root beer, that's the way to go. If you want something
Nice.
tasty that's being made, you can put in requests, and each time you guys stop into Starbase, Wesot has made sure to put in requests to get fresh food, and often he gets whatever he can get.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I'm gonna send a message to Wesot then and say,
Okay.
another round of the muffins, please. And send them up to the bridge.
You see Wesot's face appearing on the screen at your desk, and he just they liked the muffins. I'm very excited about that. That's great. That's great news. I love making the muffins. I do. We don't actually have breaded products on Bolia. We don't. We don't.
At
Yeah.
all? Oh, well, we don't really either on Arcadia, but it's one of my favorite things.
I've been
I
making it.
discovered.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Captain.
No, you've been making them wonderfully.
Good. I thought you were about to tell me that I've been making it wrong this whole time, and maybe you were sparing my feelings. I thought, oh my God, of course, because you live in a
Neither of us,
environment.
right? Neither of us had breaded products from
Right.
where we are from.
Yes.
But I picked it up after when I was off world. Became a very comforting staple of mine that I learned as a young Arcadian out in the world or the galaxy.
Us non-muffin people should stick together and make sorry,
Yes.
that's just a weird thing to say, I
And
guess.
put our stamp on the breaded foods of the galaxy.
That reminds me, Captain, if you have a moment, just wanted to let you know, I actually pulled a new recipe last time we were at Starbase 16 dropping off the commander, something called blueberry muffins. And I'm really excited to try that, except for I cannot find actual organic blueberries anywhere, so you might have to replicate those.
I've seen red berries. I've seen purple ones. I've seen green ones and orange ones, blue ones. That sounds delicious.
Yes, well, I mean, if anybody should be eating blueberries, it's you and me, right? But yes, I'll see to that, and I'll have muffins sit up. Give me 10 minutes. I'll have muffins ready for you.
Sure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Galley out.
I love that.
Who knew that TLE was going to become cozy gaming?
I'm sorry. I blame myself.
You did.
I love
It's
it.
good. It's good. It's
This
great.
character.
It's
It's
good.
this damn adorable character.
Oh, this
I
character
know,
thing is
I
so
love
good.
Papa.
We've missed her so much.
I don't mean for her to just be cozy. Listen, I plan for her to be fierce sometimes, okay?
Oh, she does. I mean, so while you were gone, by the way, Hata has been portrayed as is absolutely ship mom who you do not want to get a stare from.
This
If
is
you-
perfect for Bjork lore. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
This
yes,
is
I know what you're
perfect
talking about.
Bjork lore. So
Oh,
it
we know
totally
what you're
tracks.
talking about.
It tracks. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick character check in.
Mhm.
Is that can does Hata go from have a muffin to
0
Bjork
to
mom?
60? Yes.
Okay, good to
Yes.
know.
Also, I have if I can just get mechanical for a second.
Yeah.
I have a what is it? Ooh, remind me what it is. Something in my oh, here it is. Immense self-discipline talent, which is that it's Arcadians are renowned for their ability to maintain control of their emotions and are extraordinarily hard to goad into taking violent action. However,
However,
any task to provoke, anger, or compel an Arcadian to take aggressive action increases in difficulty by 2. However, an Arcadian must add 1 to threat in order to make an attack against an enemy during combat. So
oh, I love
that
that.
can get
Oh,
really fun.
Yeah, what I love about
That's
that
awesome.
it's essentially like you are what I love about that, and it's so prevalent because we decided the USS Molly Williams, which by the way, fun lore fact, USS Molly Williams was originally going to be the ship we were going to flying for the Last Excelsior before we landed on that. The Molly Williams is a medical rescue vessel. And as such, because it's a medical rescue vessel, it has the trait that you have to give me a threat if you go ahead and attack with the vessel. The point I'm trying to get to is Ata is a walking
liability. Sorry.
Klingon pulls out the dick talk, and you're like, "Would you like a muffin, sweetie?" And the Klingon's like, "Yeah, fine, yeah, I'll take the muffin."
And then slash them.
Yeah, and then Klingon blood sprays across the wall. The end. All right. With that, we will cut to everybody gathering in the briefing room. Deck 1's just behind the main bridge. Also, big shout out again, as I'm calling out the deck descriptions, a huge shout out to Tadeo, who designed the deck descriptions for not only the Excelsior class, but specifically for us. Always going to be grateful. Our backgrounds, all Tadeo, even Eliza's. That is actually Tadeo designed all of that. It's amazing.
So talented.
He knew exactly who you were and just designed that room for you.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
As you all show up to the briefing room, each one of you stepping in, you're greeted with a wall of smell. Baked, steaming muffins in the center of the table of the briefing room. As everyone walks in, Pavin sees them and goes, "Oh my goodness. This is going to train me to be looking forward to emergencies, and that can't be good, right? Do I need to see? That can't be good."
Hopefully, you will get a sense that you can have muffins whenever you want. It won't just be for emergencies. That's the goal, really.
Dr. Conway leans across the desk and says, "However, Commander, if you ever begin to have a Pavlovian response to an emergency, I'm going to need to ask you to come see me." Fair enough, Doctor. No, I don't think it's going to get that bad.
Pavlovian.
that's what I was thinking.
I was like, where it's in there somewhere. Pavin even Lovian.
Everyone takes a seat at the table, and the first thing that happens is Avrali reaches across the table and snatches a muffin.
I quickly follow them. Also snatching up a muffin.
Okay, the muffins disappear.
Yes, very good.
Everyone has one? Good. Everyone has their muffin. All right. Well, thank you for joining for this Alpha Shift meeting. We actually happen to have a mission.
Oh.
Surprising, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty slow the past few months.
Exactly. And I will debrief them.
Okay.
The notes I took were planet Tylium 7 has experienced a natural disaster. I will tell them how far we are from there. How far are we from there, GM?
Yes, I actually calculated that while we were doing some role play. At warp 7, you will arrive in exactly 2 days.
Okay. So 2 days time from here. It's a newer colony, around 15 years old, 600 people. Greenlit for next stage of colonization. We'll see how good my notes are. The Federation, I'll skip that part. Sorry?
I was just going to say, continue, and I'll tell you when you're done.
Okay. This colony is known for its archaeological finds on this planet. They're studying and finding the archaeology of an ancient, now extinct, advanced, but still pre-warp species. But they recently uncovered an artifact, and within 2 days, 24 people had contracted a mysterious illness. The whole planet has been quarantined since then. They have contained the spread, but the people who were exposed or contracted the illness have not responded to radiation treatment because this illness apparently resembles radiation sickness. So they will need some backup and some help from us. Does anyone have any questions or information if you have any knowledge about any of this previous knowledge?
So I know that it's completely optional, but I'm going to go ahead and pitch this to you, Eliza. You will have the option, obviously, of taking over Dr. Conway for this mission.
Oh, right.
If you choose to. Yeah, so you can, as captain, no one's going to try to stop you from going down to the planet on the away team, but you have the option of activating that. Oh, I should also tell you that we have a new rule for our Ox crew. So in spending Ox points rather than just giving out momentum, what we're doing now is you can spend an Ox point to activate any supporting character in the scene as though they were being activated by a player, which means they can do things like call upon their values and not immediately get vaporized if someone opens fire on them, something like that. They essentially become a supporting cast member for that scene. And you can do that once per scene. You can activate somebody using an Ox point. So basically,
Wait, any character? Any
supporting
NPC.
character,
Yeah.
any of the supporting characters that
Okay.
you all made, and that's so.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
cool.
yeah. So it's
Well,
essentially
we've
like
activated like Peaches before. We've kind of played it as like any NPC.
it's kind of, yeah. We've kind of done it so that yeah, if you can, like, Peaches, any NPC essentially, as Caitlin said, you can activate as a supporting character.
Cool. Okay.
And then
Very
for Lisa's knowledge, what we've been doing recently is whenever we're like planet side or like leaving, Tavine takes center chair because Tavine has 0 planet side skills. Everything she does is related to ships. So
Oh.
so the captain could go down and like not have to be center chair. But we've done that a couple of times. That is an option, as well as I'm kind of more suited for being ship side. And it's also I love to split the party. Sorry,
Yeah,
GMs, play
you
with me.
do.
I fucking love to split the party.
I used to stress out
Thanks.
about it before, but I've let go now.
Unfortunately, when you have me and Sam at the same table, we're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
split the party.
Yeah, at this point, I leave it. I used to stress out about it as a GM for so long, but I'm like, nope. Players can do whatever they want. If they feel satisfied doing that, it's totally fine.
But anyways, for just Eliza's knowledge, that is, if you are ever like, oh, I want to go planet side, oh, I don't want to leave, like you can, like I have been staying on the ship.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and at any point, if you want to play a different, at any point, you guys, I've never taken the option away. If at any point you want to play what a different character would be in this scene, like if you want to play somebody with engineering experience during a scene, or you want to play medical officer during the stream, you can always activate. Just so you know, anybody can activate any supporting character. Meaning, if Caitlin decided to play Dr. Conway for a scene, Caitlin could technically do it by announcing that they're going to take that character for the scene. So
Awesome.
it's
Okay.
it's available to everybody. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So okay. That all being said, what unless you all have anything else, questions, basically
Yes,
questions being put out there. Yeah, go ahead.
Have you heard about any deaths, casualties, injuries due to this illness?
No, Hata, there have not been any reported casualties just yet. So what you've basically
Okay.
gotten is that Federation, it's probably one of the reasons why they sent to you guys, is that it doesn't seem like it's hit like priority red.
Excuse.
In other words, they are not sending a vessel that specializes in medical quarantines and infectious diseases that can wipe out a colony. They're sending
It's not like
rescue-
deteriorrating so fast.
right. They're
Like,
sending
yeah,
an
we're, like,
ambulance. They're not
checking.
sending hazmat teams.
Yeah.
Think of it like that.
Yeah.
We're doing
So
like a wellness check.
Yeah.
wellness check. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said like show the flag mission just to show up and see what they need, kind of? Is that
Yeah,
the idea?
it's mostly like the Federation has you guys on standby, so they're sending you out there because y'all have medical facilities, Federation trained medical staff, as well as like industrial replicators and all the things that you might need to help the colony. You're basically doing colony support right now.
Also, this illness is not, I mean, it's contained, yes, but they don't know what it is. They're going to need some science.
Dr. Conway is already
And
like egerly listening to
Mhm.
these notes.
yeah, and they need treatment options. And
Mhm.
it seems like, well, I guess when we show up, we'll find out what else they've tried and what has or hasn't worked. But yeah.
Dr. Conway leans forward and grabs a napkin and just kind of cleans her hands from the muffin crumbs and says, well, the number one thing to do would be to find out exactly what it is that they interacted with or who they've interacted with, so we can try to trace the source of the infection. And from there, we'll have access to the Federation databases to see if this coincides with anything we've ever encountered before, if it's a known pathogen or if this virus is something new. It's interesting to me that their first instinct was to try radiation therapy.
Yes, apparently it resembles radiation sickness in its symptoms, which is why they tried that first.
Interesting. I have a
Yes, what are
feeling-
your
well,
thoughts on that?
I don't know, and I don't want to cast disparagement in any way on this. What is the man's name? Naryu. But I can't help but feel like we're not being told everything. I don't know if that's for a nefarious reason or if it's just because it's been left out accidentally. In my case, as a doctor, I find out more often than not, people just don't think to tell you about certain symptoms. And it's entirely possible that he just hasn't given us a vital piece of information because he doesn't know it's vital. But if they're treating for radiation, it means they've probably encountered something that they think was emitting radiation. So my first questions to him when we arrive are going to be, were they on a dig? Have you handled any new alien artifacts that we need to know about? Uh,
Yes,
what
they
is
they
this?
did mention that. They said they uncovered an artifact.
You see Dr. Conway just like her eyes open wide. She goes, okay, well then that's okay. I'm going to start looking at radiation protocols too, just to find out. I mean, clearly whoever their chief medical officer is has got a lead. I'll touch base with him, Captain, and let you know what I can
Yes.
discover.
Yes, let's also gather some more information on this colony. Let's get a crew manifest or colony manifest. Also, all of their senior staff, and yeah, any other information we can pull on that. Who can
Okay.
do that?
Um,
Just been here a week. Who does what here?
Zoe raises her hand and says, I can do that, Captain. I'm the ops officer now. I took over for you. When
My little protege.
you just see, y'all didn't know that Zoe had dimples. But Zoe's attempt to mask how absolutely charmed she is by that reveals that Zoe has dimples. She says, yes, Captain. And I can get that information for you. Just give me a few moments here. She
Sure.
pulls up a data pad and says, the two most prevalent people at the colony are the head of the colony, Nario, from what you mentioned before, and a doctor named Davish. Looks like he's their chief medical officer. The lead scientist also. Oh, interesting. Wait a minute. I know this name. Wait a minute. I know that name. How do I know that name? Raleigh says, do you want to share with the class? Or
Yes, what is that name?
oh no. You see, she turns towards the screen and types in a few words, and popping up on screen, you see one of the archaeologists that looks like they were involved with the dig. You see a Ferengi pop up on screen. And the name is Sprack across the screen. And you see her just go, oh no. Yeah, I know this one. He is not an archaeologist.
No?
No. He's an arms dealer, or at least he was. He was a specializes in the black market. Though he's also kind of allied himself with the Federation in the past couple of years. His track record is a bit dubious, but he's been helpful. Oddly, too, he has allies in the Klingon Empire, which has allowed him to get away with more than he should. I cannot believe I am seeing his face again. I thought for sure he'd be in prison by now.
Should we be worried that he's involved?
If Sprack is on that planet masquerading as a scientist or an archaeologist, he's absolutely involved. I would say, sir, and she turns and looks directly at you, to Aeon, that if you lead any kind of investigation, that is where you want to start.
Noted.
Well, that is a promising lead. Thank you, Ensign.
You're welcome, Captain. she, she looks really downtrodden as she's staring at the screen and just shaking her head.
If you don't mind me asking, were there any specifics of your last encounter with Brack that could be useful for this?
My last encounter with Sprack was actually, it was at an old space station that the Federation sold to the Ferengi decades ago called K7. It was an old station that has a long history near the Klingon neutral zone. Sprack is the brother of a very notorious arms dealer named Scrag, who I've never had to meet, thank goodness, but who I do know is in custody somewhere. But Sprack is known for being a pretty savvy con artist and is responsible for... He stole my communicator and my uniform. It was shore leave. I don't want to talk about it. It's not relevant. All I can tell you is that he is a problem.
See.
He is
Okay.
not an archaeologist.
And just to check, he's going under his actual name, Sprack.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It seems like that also just finally occurs to her. And Zoe looks at this and says, yeah, that is kind of strange, actually.
It is possible he's reformed, but of course, we can't assume in either direction.
That's
In the case that he hasn't, it might be the case that there's someone else helping him out to actually get him on this trip. I doubt, at least from what you've described so far, it seems like allies is sort of their route in most of their activities. They might have allies working on this dig as well.
I suppose that's all true. And if you need my help, sir, I'm at your disposal if you need anything.
I think that was definitely more information that we already had.
Hmm.
We can start somewhere.
Definitely.
As a quick, I don't know if you've caught this, Eliza, because it's been a hot minute, but Sprack is the Ferengi who first appeared in Blood of the Void. And who the Klingon crew of the Blood of the Void had to have an encounter with because of his weapon-dealing brother who tried to double-cross everyone. He also appeared in Clear Skies. He's jumped around a bit.
Okay.
Well, his first appearance was Clear Skies, but he also appears in Blood of the Void.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, with 2 days travel, you guys can do anything you need to do before we arrive. And I'm going to go ahead and put a pause on the degradation of momentum for scene changes. So whatever momentum you have is what you'll arrive with.
How much do we have? I actually don't
You
remember.
have 1 or 2 now, right?
We should have 2 because we have 1 player with the close knit crew, and then you awarded Eliza a momentum.
That's right. Okay,
for
cool.
scene stuff.
Yeah. We can cut to the party in the evening. It's taking place at 8 backward. In which case, I would say senior staff and a few lower deckers are currently in 8 backward as real food is being served. It looks like Westlaw was busy all day today preparing foods from across the quadrant of different styles and tastes.
I have a request. I have
What's
a
that?
request. I have a request.
Yeah.
Can we make it a pool party?
Oh,
In which case we move it to the holodeck.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's too. Oh God, it's too good.
That's too perfect. I
That's
love
too
that.
good. A saltwater pool party. Which I didn't know was a thing until I moved to LA. I was like, saltwater
pools.
They
Yeah.
are, and they are
Weird,
way,
right?
they are way better than chlorine.
Yeah.
Yes, sure enough, you guys can do that on the holodeck. So in which case, we'll say that it's a pool party at night. Large pool with a water slide. Drinks are being served. holographic waiters just moving around and delivering hors d'oeuvres, people drinking cocktails. You see there's a couple of holographic images up, kind of displaying some party images of like various star systems and such, kind of chronicling the journeys of the USS Pride as kind of a thing in the background. There's also some really great holographic paintings and images of the USS Molly Williams, and a couple of people have like pinned letters. Don't worry, we'll give you your captain back, and things like that, kind of like all over the walls. There's a guest list that people are just signing to be brought in. That's not necessarily a holographic guest list. It's literally for Hata to take at the end of the night. But yeah, the crew is very. You get the sense, Hata, especially here at this this ceremony, this sort of like, well, I shouldn't say ceremony, this informal gathering that's welcoming you back to the USS Pride. You get the sense that the crew is overall was very much in need of something familiar after Captain Jaren left. It seems like that you coming in and taking over the center chair was just what the doctor ordered. Because what you've noticed is people seem a lot more relaxed, a little less pent up, a little less worried about things. However, the scuttlebutt on the ship, and it's making its rounds here at the party, even though you haven't said anything, is that there is a general belief that the USS Pride might be wrapping up her tour soon.
Oops, I forgot to mention that in the meeting.
Well, there's always time tomorrow. It's a 2-day journey. You could let people have their night tonight, or you could make an announcement here at the party, whatever you would like to do. But yeah.
And it's swimming laps. Which is not great for a pool pie, but there's
whoa, and in fact, as you're coming up for a breath, a hand on your face, just like in mid-stroke, you just kind of stop. And in the pool with you, you look up and see Zarya, hair pulled back pretty tight in a ponytail, and she goes, "What are you doing?"
I didn't get my workout in today, so I thought I might as well two birds, one stone, as they say on Earth, and attend the party, but also do some swimming and cardio.
Okay, fine. Let's train right now. And she reaches over, and you're looking at her curiously as she grabs something from the side of the pool, and she tosses it to you. And you catch it. You are holding a thick plastic water gun. And she goes, "Ready for your security training?" And you just see her start pumping the water into the...
I want to start pumping the water as well.
I had to load up. And she immediately like starts splashing and swimming the other way. The two of you immediately engage in some of the most tactically efficient water gun fights ever to be displayed here, as the two of you are
diving and swinging behind cover.
Yeah, getting really into it, like doing dramatic rolls behind a tree into the grass. Like instinctively reaching up to call for callback, but you're not wearing your badge. Like
miming it anyways. Like
yeah, like you see, and then like a few feet away, Pavin is sitting there, standing next to Avrali, and just kind of tilting his head. Deck Chief Santos is next to them, and Santos goes, "I don't know. There's something kind of morbid about it, right? I mean, they're shooting each other, right? That's just, those two really like their job. They really need to, I don't know, take up like ping pong or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, cards or something." Avrali goes, No, it's good that they're working this out. This is typical courting rituals kind of stuff." And Pavin looks over and says, "Courting ritual?" And Avrali goes, "Oh yeah, that's how Andorians like to, you know, get things pumping, battle and all that. It's the combat thing. I'm not into it. I like my science, but I know a lot of Andorians who really like the Ushan. And man, boy, oh boy. And that's a ritual duel to the death usually, although we don't do that so much anymore. But, you know, people who take it too seriously. Although if somebody challenges you to an Ushan, that's not courting. That's just weird. Like if someone wants to... And Avrali notices that the two of them have left and goes, Great party. And Raleigh just moves away to the next room. What is everybody else doing? What are you doing, Tavine?
Is this okay? So the primary question I have is this like a regular pool temperature? Like if you were to go to like a hotel on Earth and it like that, like regular pool temperature?
Cut to Tavine, like squatting down next to the pool with a tricorder, just like going over the I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, it looks like it's a nice 70-degree pool.
She is not getting in that. That is cold as fuck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
That is she is
your Vulcan blood is like, nope,
yeah, she not a
nope,
chance.
nope,
No, if
nope,
it was
nope.
a hot tub, yeah, she could deal with that. But like no, so she is in like
Are you in uniform? Like, what are you wearing?
no, I don't think so. I think this is like this is after, after shift. And is it so we've got it's the pool party, but is it like beach themed, Hata? Like are we is it like
Yeah.
there's like a
Is
whole
it beach
beach?
or is it like suave, like behind the house, like
Like spa pool.
lanterns over the pool and like there's a water slide? Is it that kind of pool party, or do you think it's more of a
I imagine that the ensigns and etc. who like put this party on probably were like, oh, let's make it like Arcadia themed
ah
for the
yeah,
captain. Yeah. So
homecoming heart kitty.
let's look up what Arcadia looks like.
Yeah,
I don't remember anything.
So again, like with the species that you specifically chose for the game, there's surprisingly little information.
Yeah,
on
that's true.
Arcadians.
There might not be anything except like
You can look it up if you want.
yeah,
Or
or
both.
like beta, what's it called?
Beta
Yeah,
Yeah.
beta canon. There might be something.
Oh yeah,
But
good point, good point.
I'll do a very quick search just because
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Bionel is from like in like a single episode of like a newer series, but it's from a book from like the 70s. Like it's like on like the Pacifican or like on like a book cover, a novelization
yeah.
in like the 60s or 70s or something. And
Mhm.
like that was it. So like,
Yeah.
we got to make my own stuff up.
What's funny is there's another Arcadia planet that's featured in Picard, which I did not
Oh.
realize, but I
It's
don't think
featured in
it's related.
Picard?
Well, yeah, I
that?
think I'm just looking very quickly at the Googles, but
Yeah, we're all
that's
like
not.
Googling right now.
Yeah,
Really?
that's not this Arcadia. I mean, why wouldn't more planets in the entire galaxy have the same names? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
You know how many
So-
places in the United States have the same name? Like,
Oh my God.
like it's just right.
Springfield.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Mhm.
So yeah, we might just have to make it up. Okay. All right. Feel free to like add stuff too,
Sure.
everybody.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I think Arcadia is like obviously a water planet. Wondering if there's probably like a stratification of these, not societies, not in a weird hierarchical way, but just because literally like deep water is colder.
Biomes.
There's
Like
yeah,
biomes.
biomes, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, deeper is where like the big cetaceans like whales and things live and the creepy
Mhm.
crawly things. And then there's a mid tier that's probably where the Arcadians kind of like live. I would say they probably like sleep there and like rest in their homes. And then above that, like the mid tier and above towards the surface is where they live and play and work.
Yeah.
I think they probably have figured out how to have some type of like massive floating pods.
Mhm.
And I imagine them as like maybe connected by a platform or connected in the middle by a moving or movable jointed platform. And then there's like literal pods that they can swim into. And those
Yeah,
are their homes and buildings
nice.
and stuff.
Mhm.
Lots of gardens, lots of seaweed, beautiful tropical fish, but like make it alien.
Yeah. What color is
Yeah.
the water? What color is the water?
Yeah. Oh, the water. Let's say it's like a purpley, like a lavendery
Yeah.
teal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and one more thing.
Mhm.
Hata loves mushrooms. So like the study
There's
of mushrooms.
right.
So yeah, I think there's some kind of like mushroom element as well.
Oh, I love that.
They have lots of different mushrooms. Yeah.
Okay, then I would say you are getting this beautiful cheesy snack of shiitake mushrooms on top of everything else, but like basically bowls of these perfectly salted shiitake mushrooms with a cheesy filling in the middle that Wesot has made for everybody. I know, I'm sorry, I'm making myself hungry too. But like yeah, those are being served everywhere, much to, I'm sure there is a non-cheese option. There's obviously a vegan option for our Vulcan friends, but like
Tavine doesn't ascribe to the Vulcan diet.
oh
Mhm.
oh
Mhm.
Yeah,
oh
she's
I'm going to
eaten.
make note of that. That is actually a piece of Tavine info. I knew that you did not. So I knew that to Aeon did not subscribe to the Vulcan philosophy, and that has caused some tension amongst Vulcans and to Aeon. But I did not know that you were leaning that far into the same philosophies, because the pacifism of like Buddhism is very much where that's borrowed from. So
Mhm.
like if you're
Yeah,
not
no, Tavine and Cadence, it's something we've only touched on a couple of times, of like their relationship to food is really important.
right.
And like due to the adult who actually cared for them growing up was not Vulcan.
Wow.
They had their dad who was Vulcan, but their adults that like they went to for everything, like
Mhm.
they have a different, like, I'm sure like what meals they had in the house were different, but like, yeah,
Right.
Tabine has a different relationship with food in particular
Hmm,
than like
okay.
the average Vulcan.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so
Excellent.
she does not ascribe to that. She is more adventurous with her food.
Okay. Very good. Very good to know. All right. In which case, yeah, you can partake as much as you want.
I think
Um,
for to answer your question, once I know, so she is not kitted out for beach time. She is in like casual clothing, and she's definitely snacking because, as
mhm,
stated, she wants to try. She loves to try food that is important to people.
mhm.
Um, and she does have a pad out, and she is comparing. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I keep thinking gyroscope isn't the word. Like the
Mathematics?
how things are changing and oh my god,
Actionics.
what?
I don't know if that's what it's.
No, I can't think of the word.
Wait, how? I was gonna say
Whatever.
spectrometry, but
Yeah,
sounds like not.
basically,
Oh,
we've been going through a lot of, issues with things remaining calibration, that's the freaking word I was looking for. So, like,
Mhm,
the various calibrations over time with the ship, and as we've been, like, losing kind of, uh, the ability to maintain things as we want them, she's been
mhm.
doing a lot of fine tuning, like, every time she's in the chair, and so she's kind of just, like, reviewing the, like, to the micrometer, or, like, of what, like, billionth of a micrometer, like, differences over the past couple of weeks while enjoying her snack at the, Arcadian beach party.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to award, because you've set this scene up and because of everything that's happened today. I'm going to establish a trait for the rest of this episode,
Okay.
and I'm going to call it crew bond.
Aw.
'Cause the crew of the USS Pride has a dedicated moment where you all bond and enjoy each other's company and kind of goof about, and welcome back Hata as captain. Hata, if this was an episode of Star Trek and I was directing it, I would have the camera focus on Hata watching this crew on the holodeck enjoy each other's company, welcoming you back, watching them talk to one another, watching some crew members kind of giggle at the very serious battle that's taking place between Zarya and Taeon, and conversations that are happening. Pavin having a disagreement with Baya about something, and like everyone enjoying each other's company, and how this crew, how hard they've worked here on the USS Pride, and knowing that you know for a fact that this is all coming to an end, that in a month's time or so, that the Pride will be making her final port call, and when that happens, Starfleet is going to be sending all of these officers off to their new assignments. It's bittersweet watching everyone enjoy each other's company in this moment before this mission, um, and you hear somebody speaking to you, drawing your attention back to um, Ensign Devons, who is kind of functioning. Zoe is functioning as sort of not only your operations officer, but is functionally, while your XO is gone, is kind of your yeoman, who's like managing your appointments and checking in on the ship status and stuff like that. You just hear her say, "Captain."
Yes.
Dr. Conway wanted me to let you know she's sorry she's not going to be able to make it tonight. She is currently in the midst of research. And when she says that, the holodeck doors open up and Dr. Conway comes walking in with a towel and in like a robe and sandals.
Oh,
And
guess
she
she
strides up.
changed her mind.
Oh, she strides up and says, "Captain,
Doctor.
it's important that one also administer self-care and enjoy one's colleagues."
I agree. Welcome.
It's good to have you back, Captain.
Thank you. It's good to be
Oh.
back.
I don't know why, but I feel this weird kinship with you.
Me too.
It's this anyway, it's lovely to have you back. I feel like the other half of me is here.
Oh, that's so kind.
Well, I'm gonna go try out these mushrooms.
They're delicious.
If anybody has any scene requests they'd like to do or anything you'd like to go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got, Lisa? You look like you wanted to say something.
I just want to talk to these two.
Yeah.
Or see
Yeah.
them talk to each other and
Yeah. You could say it's later in the
Why?
party.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we all be talking and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
A group gather. We could say the party's starting to wind down a little bit as people have had to leave because they have early shifts in the morning.
I'm like
we have
splayed out on the ground wherever you are, just exhausted.
Yeah.
I would say we have set up the what game did we play all the time? It was like the puzzle game.
Oh yeah, the that game that
Vulcan,
Tuvok
yeah.
loved to play. Oh shit, I forgot the name.
Is it like a woodblock thing?
It's that puzzle game that's like Kalto.
Palto. Yeah, I was like, Jamdot is
Oh,
a gambling thing.
Yeah, I cannot
Palto.
remember it, but yeah, that really complicated.
We have established. I think it may have been when you were, or when Hato was an NPC, but we established. Or I think we established earlier that both of them liked puzzles a lot.
Yeah.
And that was something that they bonded over.
It is a huge game for puzzle
It's
strategy.
Palto.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. It's like the metal thingies.
Yeah, the little metal like segments, and they all
They're like trying to like organize their like magnetic poles in the right way that they like forms a
Yeah.
coherent shape.
They don't
and it's not
explain it. It just looks
falls
cool.
apart. Yeah, exactly.
Tuvok very kind of loosely explains how it's played, but yeah.
Cool.
It's like we could end up there. We've had scenes where Tavine tries to teach Taeyeon and Taeyeon just
I'm just very bad at it.
humors her as only a dear friend can do, in which just has no really, I don't think has any interest in learning the game, but we'll try to play it with Tavine. And so I think I would love to set up the two of us with like one of the boxes up and Tavine going, you know, I have missed a mind capable of actually playing this game with me, Captain.
Oh, you weren't able to find any converts on the ship?
I tried
While
to
I was
train this
gone?
one up and very gently kicks Taeyeon down on the ground. But
Oh.
he seems averse to Kalto in general.
It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. You've explained it multiple times, and it makes less sense the more we explain it, in all honesty.
You see what I've had to deal with, Captain? Truly, I am grateful for your return.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to be back here playing puzzles with you again. Ooh, we can resume our puzzle club.
This is true.
Wait,
Perhaps now that you're
you had
captain.
a club?
Yes, it was just the two of us. But
It was
perhaps
just
now
the
that
two. Yes.
perhaps now that you're captain, more might be inclined to join.
I can mandate it.
He's
Full rank.
No.
I'm likely busy that day.
You don't know which day we're going to do it. We'll do it on the day that you're free.
Perfect.
And I whispered to Tavine, I'm just kidding.
Tavine nods at you and very earnestly, like in a way that you can tell she thinks it's very funny.
We're great at humor, the three of us. Two Vulcans
I
and
was
an
like, oh god,
Arcadian.
we got these two fuckers back on the same ship, being like, "Tee funny joke,
Tee-hee.
sir." Like,
I just made a joke.
God, did y'all see
You-
that spoof short from the animated series that they had for the Strange New Worlds thing, where Spock showed a quote unquote blooper reel to the crew, and
Oh
it
my
was this
god, no.
horrific transporter accident where only somebody's torso was beamed back, and Spock turns and looks at the crew and just says, "Behold, it is a blooper. It is funny because he now has no legs." And Uhura goes, "Oh God, Spock,
Oh my god.
no,
Oh my god.
no!"
That's really funny.
Like everyone's just it's pretty good. It's horrifying. But it's pretty
Really funny.
Okay, tell you what, this is actually a good moment. We weren't originally going to take a 10-minute break. I think what we're going to do, since we have shorter episodes now, we're going to do a 5-minute break. So take a quick refresher, go refill a drink, do a quick bio break, and we'll come back in 5 minutes. And when we return, we'll start up with the mission. And
Eric is also busy on Puzzle Club Day, as it turns out. So
all right, we'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. We are going to start off with the USS Pride arriving in the Tilium system. You guys come out of warp 2 days after the events of the party. USS Pride, as you leave warp, enter into the system, you see Tilium 7 is the 7th planet in the system of 16 planetary bodies that are circling a yellow sun. If you would like to get information on the planet, you can make a roll right now to do a scan. Or you can spend an aux point, which we never spend enough of, frankly,
that's
to
true.
activate your science officer for the scene, if you'd like.
Yeah,
But
let's do that.
Oh, we should do that.
We'll spend an
Okay.
aux point.
Sounds good. Let's see. Go ahead. Somebody roll me a d20.
15.
15. Rogan 27. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you,
aux
Rogan.
point. All
Thank
right.
you.
So you activate Vrali, who is now going to make a roll. So let's pull up. Okay. So I'm going to set the difficulty. It's a scan. So this is going to be good because I'm going to set the difficulty at 0 since it's just basically a long range scan. And Vrali kind of specializes in scanning life forms. You precious little life forms. Where are you? 3 successes with a critical.
Whoa.
Right. So you generate 3 momentum.
Holy moly.
Zavrali begins to conduct a scan on the edge of the system. So Tilium 7. I'm really excited to do this. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, ever since this book came out, possibly because I contributed to it, but also because some of our friends contributed to it. But I'm going to have you guys roll. Tilium 7 is a desert world. So let us, on the spot, yes and the crap out of this, and find out what kind of desert world Tilium 7 is. So I'm going to have, who would like to roll first, a d20? Okay, roll me.
Call it out. You call out whoever you want to roll.
Okay, 8.
8. It is a cold desert world.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting. Already, it's more interesting than I would have. Because originally I was like, oh, it's going to be a blistering hot planet. Not anymore. Warm in the temperate Arctic regions, the only moisture that falls in the cold deserts comes from the form of snow and fog. As the air above these regions are cooled by the land and it can hold less water and less precipitation becomes rare. High elevations such as plateaus and mountains can be considered cold deserts, as well as tundra plains are almost always cold deserts. So let's say it's a tundra then. Do me a favor. Well, actually, we're going to find out. Go ahead and roll me. Who else? Somebody else roll me a d20 now.
I got one. 9.
9. Is that going to comport? Hamada. Revealed when the wind moves weathered particles away from the air. Hamadas are vast fields whose surface is covered with previously buried boulders and rocks. The rocky terrain makes for challenging travel when explorers must watch every step. The Hamada landscape is typical for rocky planetary bodies whose experience thermal shifts that cause extreme winter storms.
Ooh. For the
Hamada.
cold.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and that has traits. So this is something of Raleigh would be reporting back to you. Hamada has difficult footing. So write this down to keep track of the I can write it down too, so you don't have to worry about it. Dry is another trait of the planet. Exposed to the elements. To the elements. Okay. Very cool. And then one more here. Okay, so that is essentially going to be our setup for this. Let me have you. Who would somebody go ahead and give me one more roll?
11.
11. Oh, geez.
Oh no.
Is minus 34 degrees Celsius as an average temperature on the planet.
Celsius. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sabine is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Extremes can reach as at night the temperature can drop as low as 124 degrees Celsius. Yikes. Lethal. Definitely have some survival gear on hand if the nights ever get that cold. Okay. So the Telium 7.
Fortunately, I have experienced negative 34 Celsius sometimes in Minnesota with winter.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Minnesota actually gets Arctic level winters.
Oh
Rough.
my god.
Yeah. Not negative 100 and something. That's a little. That's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah.
I think it's like negative 30 Fahrenheit or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. No, we get that sometimes.
The colony of Telium 7 is located on essentially what would probably best be described as a plateau. And you detect, you report back there, you get the report back from the scan that there is currently 431 life forms at the colony, which comports to what the Federation said an exact number would be, as a quick revision to the estimates. And what you get to is that they do have a subspace ping that is available you can actually hail the colony from here now, as you are well within their comms range. But yeah. You now are in the Telium 7 system. USS Pride is on station keeping as you all are headed in system. Well, not station keeping. Y'all are headed in system right now.
Okay.
We are in range, Captain.
Wonderful. Let's send them a hello and tell them we are on approach.
Ensign Bevan says, "Aye, Captain. Hailing the colony." A few moments pass and they say, "Captain, I have colony head Nario
Oh, on screen.
popping up on screen with that really beautiful chiming sound that you hear the Excelsior class have in Star Trek 6. Bing, like chimes as you see colony head Nario. He is a shorter gentleman who indeed has the receding hairline typical of his species and the multiple bumps and spots and such of like different colorations. He looks quite relieved the moment you appear on the screen, says, "Starfleet. Very, very, very happy to see you, Captain. We are in something of a stressful situation right about now, as I'm sure you've heard."
Yes, we are here to help in any way that we can. Would you like to give us an update?
Yes. Well, we've noticed that a few of the people that were experiencing symptoms have stabilized. However, their symptoms have not gone away. And it doesn't look like they're deteriorating. So we're not entirely sure what the situation is, but our doctor is... Dr. Davish is a bit overworked and stressed out right now, Captain. It's a unique situation to encounter something like this. We can confirm, though, it was from handling a device of some kind that they discovered. We have the device in quarantine under a level 3 force field, and we're ready to hand it over to investigators at a moment's notice. The members...
Okay.
Go ahead, Captain.
Well, I would like to, before you move it at all, I'd love to send my tactical officer and his team to take a look at it where it is. And also, if you could Lieutenant Teon, if you could take a look at where it was extracted from as well. Would that be possible, Mr. Naru?
Yes, Captain. We can arrange that. It is at an archaeological dig site.
Is it far from the colony?
About 3 kilometers south of the colony, but we do have transporter beacons set up over there. So we've been using that to beam directly to the site. But of course, in a starship, I'm sure it's not too much of a problem for you.
All right. Thank you. And I'm sorry, you were saying more updates.
I was going to let you know that though the colonists are people that are infected seem to be stabilized, the sickness is quite bad. Would probably be the best way to describe it. They are suffering from the effects of what would appear initially to be radiation poisoning, but we haven't been able to find any signs of radiation. It's a mystery. I'm not entirely sure. There are no foreign bodies inside their blood systems. It's unusual, Captain. I'm not entirely sure what the nature of the sickness is.
Well, it's good that it is still contained. Is that right?
As far as we know, no one has reported any new symptoms. I think my anxiety, if I can be honest with you, Captain, is the fact that we don't know what this is, and it's not really appearing on any medical scans. It's not comporting to anything that we have in our database. So I didn't want to say this with anybody else nearby, but it technically means that anybody could actually be sick right now, and we wouldn't know it. If they are asymptomatic, we wouldn't have any way of detecting it.
My thoughts as well.
I don't want to start a panic, Captain, but if your crew needs to, I would probably recommend that you all beam down here in environment or has environmental suits.
Yes. Yes, I think that will be necessary. All right. I will actually page our CMO, who I believe has been in touch with your CMO. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, they've been speaking to each other subspace for the past day.
Okay. Good. Let's perhaps we can all, once we arrive in orbit, we can then reconvene. We'll have all of our essential folks talk before I dispatch my tactical officer to go and do some research on the ground. And then we can make a plan from there.
There's one more piece of information that I should give you, Captain. I wasn't sure how relevant this would be, but I'm sure it factors in somehow that it's worth you knowing. We are missing somebody.
All right.
One of our archaeologists insisted on staying behind when we were recovering our team. We've been in regular contact with him, but about 3 hours ago, he stopped responding to messages. If you have a chance, would you mind looking for him? His last known spot was at the site, the dig site.
Of course.
It's going to be nightfall in the next 3 hours, and when it gets dark on Telium 7, Captain, it's a good thing to be inside the colony force field.
Yes. Does the dig have any type of remote survival setup or anything, or do people just beam back to the colony?
Well, there is a base camp that's set up there for equipment purposes, but it has the bare minimum of what somebody would need to survive at the extreme temperatures that fall when night rolls around.
All right. And how much time do we have between now and nightfall?
Raleigh swivels in their chair and say, about 3 hours, Captain. Looks like sun will be setting in about 2 hours and 37 minutes.
Thank you. All right. Then we should probably head straight to the archaeological site.
Does this missing archaeologist have a name?
Sprack. He calls himself Sprack. You see,
eyes to everybody.
Yeah, Zoe at the op station right in front of you, Captain. You just see the back of her head as she's shaking her head. But Tavine, you can see her just going.
Sprack. If you could also send any other, maybe an image of the Sprack so that we can identify them.
Sure,
that would be
Dr.
helpful.
Sprack. I was told Dr. Sprack would be in the Federation databases, but I can send you what we have.
Yes, please send me what you have, because images can be out of date.
Right, of course. We'll send that data along now. Thank you, Captain.
right.
And let us know what you need, and we'll be waiting for you.
All right. We'll see you soon.
The view screen turns off. Ensign Bevins immediately says, Dr. Sprack.
Well, sounds like he got some advanced education since you last encountered him. That was sarcasm.
Captain,
I guess I'm very good at that, Captain.
Thank you.
she swivels around and looks at you and says, Captain, if I may, I recommend we scan for a possible ship somewhere in the system or on planet. My guess is Sprack might be trying to make a run for it when he found out a Federation starship was showing up.
Yes, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Raleigh nods and says, aye, Captain. Scanning. Seeing if I can detect any energy signatures or the evidence of any ship nearby. And there's going to be a sweep as they scan the system. I'm going to make a quick roll because Raleigh is still activated in the scene. You guys got 3 momentum. Do you want Raleigh to spend any of that?
We have 6 momentum.
That's right. You have 6 momentum. So would you
Yeah.
like Raleigh to spend any of that for some dice?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
dice,
one.
and then
Spend one.
maybe.
I don't want to prompt you and make you feel like I'm saying, hey, you should do this thing, but I always bring it up
Yeah.
because sometimes
Oh, you're
when
good.
I'm
We forget.
piloting these PC,
Yeah, I always forget when it comes to like supporting casts. as
yeah,
well,
yeah,
so-
yeah. That's what I
Yeah.
figured. And I was like, I should let him know.
Yeah, no,
'Cause-
they should take a.
Okay. Also, because when I'm playing the character, it's kind of like I'm finally getting to be a player in Star Trek. So I'm like, nice momentum, you guys. Which, I'm gonna be honest, if I was a player in this game, I'd want to be the CMO. I'd be like, Chief Medical Officer. I want to be the crabby, except for she's so nice. She's not crabby.
Who's Wait. Oh, the crabby CMO.
I would want to play a crabby CMO. I
Yeah.
just like Bones a lot. Bones is great. Not a Pulaski, no offense, but okay, I'm gonna calm down. Fans get really divided over Pulaski. The actress is wonderful. Wonderful. She just completely was done a disservice by the writing. Okay.
I feel like it's kind of like a Barclay thing for me. It's like
Yeah.
there's all kinds.
Totally,
There's all
yeah.
kinds in Starfleet.
Yeah,
so
yeah. There is, but like, okay, I'm gonna stop.
I get it. I'm like that with certain
Last-
other characters where I'm like, why? Why are you like this? But
When
it's like,
when she was mispronouncing Data's name and was like, "What's the difference?" I was just like, "Oh,
oh my
I
god.
don't
And then
like
just
that.
like go straight. Didn't she like go straight to 10 forward and didn't like check in with anyone when she arrived
yeah,
on her new assignment as the
Yeah.
chief medical officer? Like, girl, you're not gonna go to sick bay at least? Like,
and then the captain has like one stressful moment, and within like 30 seconds, she's like, "I might have to relieve him of command." I'm like,
she
Sorry.
just likes to throw her power around.
No, the actress is wonderful, but
Yeah, she's awesome.
I wanted to walk in and stare the writers in the face and be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You get an actress from the original series, you give her a medical role, and this is what you do to her?"
My god.
Right. Sorry. All right. I'll stop. Pulaski deserved better. She deserved way better. I'm glad we got Beverly back, but Pulaski deserved better. All right. Anyway. Okay. So I'm going to roll for this rant brought to you by StreamPunks.
I love it.
We like to keep things positive until we don't.
This is how you keep things positive. You have to let out the rants.
every now and then you got to
Yeah.
let it come out and just kind of
Yeah.
run around in the yard, get
Yeah.
the energy out.
Gotta release the pressure cooker a little bit so it doesn't
Little
blow
bit.
up in your kitchen.
A
Exactly.
little
That's
bit.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, by D20s. Okay, this is what I wanted. 1, 2. How many D20s would you like of Raleigh to purchase on this one? I think
So
no.
this
think-
is
1 is probably good, honestly.
One feels right.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
just gonna
They're
buy
very
it.
good at it.
Yeah.
Ship. She gets a ship assist, right? Ship assist.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
they do-
they
they do
should.
get-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so Raleigh is just as a quick reminder, because you may have Raleigh is Sam's science officer.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's okay. It's been a
Been a
hot
while.
minute. You've been off.
I just
ship for a
as we were having this conversation, I was adding pronouns to the
Yeah.
the message I sent
yeah.
you before.
we-
I was
we
like,
took-
oh, okay, well,
We totally did you a
Forgot.
disservice by not reminding you, Aliza. So
It's
that's
okay.
on us. We should have told you. All right. So Raleigh is scanning. Raleigh has focuses in spatial anomalies, physics, and sensors, as well as research.
Okay.
So, and Raleigh has the best value. We're all connected despite being worlds apart. I love that.
I have a similar value.
Do you?
Ooh.
No wonder you. two.
Yeah.
We are
It's-
stronger together.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Mine is the simple connects to the grand and back again.
Oh, nice. I
So it's like
yeah.
how things are threaded throughout the
Ooh.
universe.
Oh wait, that's if
Friendship
that's
here.
if you generate. Oh, that's
Mhm.
if we buy threat. Never mind. All right, no, Volley's not doing that. Okay, so I'm going to roll for a Volley. This is going to be a control science, a reason science check. So 10.
I can roll for the ship.
Yes,
I don't
if
have
you
the
would
stats
please.
up.
That's okay.
If someone can
Does
check
anybody,
the stats.
you need a sheet? I can toss that to you,
I know
or
somewhere in our channel, but
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
can
ahead
bump
and
it
just
you.
for the expediency, I'll tell you what to roll. So sensors is 9 for the USS Pride, and science is 2. Scanning is
So
not her
11.
strong suit.
Yes, let's get a
Okay.
little one.
She is an engineering ship. So
okay. 11, and I rolled a 7.
okay.
Oh yeah, that's another
Sweet,
success.
that's one success. Let's see how Volley does. Okay, so this is 10, and then science is 4. They have a focus. No complication or anything. They're rolling 3 dice. Let's go. I roll 3 successes with
Woo!
complication.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. That's 4 successes total with complication.
Okay.
Oh, I can't help it.
The perfect time for complication.
A Volley scan goes, I have what looks like a Klingon, and they freeze and they go, Captain, for a brief second, I detected the presence of a Klingon bird of prey, but I just lost it. Scout class.
Cloaked.
I
So
do
it's
have the
cloaked now.
I do have the presence of what looks like a Ferengi shuttle planet side, but it looks like it's taken some damage on screen. And you see popping up on screen from overhead as the zoom in on the view screen, you see a column of smoke in a field of white and thick, heavy boulders surrounding it. Another zoom in from like a satellite image, and you can see the rotation of the planet a little bit. But you see at this column of smoke, it looks like a recent crash.
Let's head straight for that crash.
Hi. Permission to accompany the away team, Captain? Raleigh looks at you.
Yes, please.
Never get to go on away teams. This is great. Stand up. All right. So who would like to go on this away team?
I think it makes sense for me to go.
Yep.
The people guys.
Yeah.
There is a cloaked Klingon vessel, by the way, just so you to confirm that as part of the scene trait. There is a Klingon bird of prey that just engaged cloaking device.
My Star Trek brain is heavily telling me to stay especially because of that detail. So I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
I'm gonna honor that. But
Klingons are still.
be...
Just a quick thing to like, if you were thinking about going to stations or anything like that, Klingons are still very close allies of the Federation right now. However, one thing to note about Klingons is not every house behaves in tandem with the government, and every now and then you'll come across a Klingon that's kind of got their own agenda, as you well know. So,
right, and we already know there's a like incognito, hiding in plain sight arms dealer who has Klingon allies. So something telling Hata to stay on the ship. Conway definitely will go.
Okay.
Although Conway has to eventually make it over to the sick people. But I think I will send Conway with the away team for this. In case
In case Sprack is also infected,
Right. And also like Crash. Sprack might need.
Injury, yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Caitlin, who is your secondary character?
INL, the little engineer.
Right. Okay.
I'm very ship focused from across.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm wherever the ship needs. If we need an away team in a shuttlecraft, I can take the away team. But it sounds like we're beaming, so I think I might be more useful on the helm, unless
that makes sense.
having an engineer on an away team makes sense. For
a ship crash, it might.
Yeah.
If you're running diagnostics and trying to figure out things that happened for the shuttle, then an engineer is what you'd want. But keeping in mind, like you can only activate one NPC per scene with an aux point.
Got it. So we couldn't have Conway and Bionel.
Well, I think, or Elisa, were you suggesting I play Baya for an away scene?
If you wanted to.
Yeah,
only
you can certainly do that, and you'd have an engineer. Yeah.
I can do that.
All right.
Which is kind of fun because that's the whole support character system was put in place so that you could do exactly this and play an engineer character for a little bit and then go back to your main character. So,
Cool.
yeah. All right. So then away team reports to transporter room 1.
I think, I assume anyway, would be in like environment suits just in case.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
assuming everybody is in an enviro suit. You guys are probably in EVO suits, EVA, yeah, environmental protection suits. So yeah, so you guys are headed down. And if anybody would like to bring anything with them, let me know. Otherwise, I'm assuming it's a standard kit for away teams.
Which
Yeah, it's pretty much
includes your pew pews.
You get a
Yeah.
tricorder, you get a two
Disruptor.
phaser. If you want to bring anything
phaser.
else, it's just checking to make sure if there's an opportunity cost, which you can just meet by buying with momentum or threat. If you're bringing like a phaser rifle, it automatically raises the threat, but you get a hell of a weapon to bring with you in case you need it. So yeah, whatever you guys would like to do as you prep for this away team.
Yeah, I just have my phaser bludgeon, which I've just basically replayed as my cane.
Okay.
And yeah, tricorder.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's totally doable. In which case, this is another reason why I love, man, it really is a golden era of Star Trek RPG content because the books they've been putting out, like the equipment book. I'm sorry. I'm totally just, I'm absolutely just like, I'm a Modifius commercial right now, but I can't help it. Like I'm so impressed with the shit that they've been doing recently.
I do have a special reward where I get to reduce the opportunity cost of weapons and security teams by 1. So if anything with a opportunity of 1 that we can reduce.
Oh, no kidding.
Useful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's handy. Yeah, because if you wanted to bring heavier weapons, I mean, there's no real cause to, but if you wanted to,
I don't think there's a reason right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to pay. That sounds like you would not have to purchase the threat cost then. If you reduce it by 1, is that right?
Yes. But do you reduce opportunity cost of weapons and security teams by 1?
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, that means if I would be rewarded threat for you to do it, you could, if it's 1 or lower, then you basically don't raise the threat level by beaming down there with a phaser rifle. Okay, cool. Qualities. I'm gonna double check. I'm just curious. Yeah. No, the opportunity cost for a phaser rifle is 1. That's hilarious. So yeah, technically, because of your talent, you could beam down there without raising the threat level. That's wicked. Okay, cool. Good to know. Just good to know. Because we've never really, in all the years we've played Star Trek Adventures, we've never really adhered to the opportunity costs of equipment. But now that we're going on an honest to God away team down here, environmental suits do have an opportunity cost, interestingly enough. So if you're going to use an environmental suit, the opportunity cost is 2. But the good news is it gives you a protection trait of 1. It automatically protects you from many foreign elements, and that is particularly handy.
Yeah, I think we have no choice but to pay that.
I think that's going to be a thing that we're going to have to do. So yeah, if you guys want to, let me just work out exactly, because I'm on the equipment page right now, which is page 246, I believe, of the core book, 242. So I'm just looking up, the equipment cost for that, the opportunity cost is 2. So let's do this by the book. Let's pull a Savick here and just do it by the book so that we know exactly how this rule unfolds, because it's one of the things I really like about 2nd edition is that it implements these kinds of rules that makes equipment important. And it requires you to pull upon your, there it is, opportunity cost, page 239. Excellent. Okay, 239, the rules say, spending momentum to obtain an item is an opportunity cost. The time spent gathering the extra item steals away the potential opportunities the crew may have, or even create opportunities for the situation to get worse. Whenever an item has an opportunity cost, it is listed as opportunity X, where X is the amount of momentum spent to obtain the item. Opportunity costs are an immediate momentum spend, meaning the momentum spent does not have to come from a successful task. It can be paid through the group's momentum pool or by adding threat. And it makes sense that you guys would have to add threat to accommodate everybody going in the away team, because you're beaming into a threatening situation. So I was going to award threat anyway, because you guys are beaming down into that. So if it's opportunity cost 2, how many people you have on the away team? So we have
me, Conway, and Baya, I think.
Baya. And then Avrali,
And
2,
it's
4,
Raleigh,
6.
yes.
So you need to spend 8 momentum for everyone to be equipped
Whoa.
and ready to get down there. Because the
Oh,
opportunity
okay.
cost for an environmental suit is 2.
Yeah.
So it's 2 per person. That means you need to spend 8 momentum.
We have 6. Can we?
You just spent 1 though, didn't you? To give to
Yeah.
Avrali the scan, so you have
Yeah.
5.
We have 5.
Didn't the scan beat
Is-
the difficulty, so just got that back, right?
Oh, it
did.
did.
It did. That's right.
Oh.
We didn't add. Oh, we have floating
We
momentum.
have
What do we?
bonus.
Floating momentum.
Yeah.
Also,
'Cause
question:
difficulty
would
was 2. Mhm.
sorry, would opportunity cost be like, oh, we forgot to bring this, I'm gonna buy it in the scene real quick and say we had it, or is like we are leaving the ship right now, it still costs to, even though we're on the ship announcing that we're bringing these things with?
So I think it depends. If it's a tool and it's something that you could narratively say, "Look what I brought," then that is a thing that I would say, yeah, you can spend momentum to make that a thing that you have on
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
So like, oh, thank goodness I have this extra hypospray. But
Exactly,
if,
yeah.
but if it has an opportunity cost attached to it, then it's something you need to spend for when you get or it needs to narratively make sense. Like you wouldn't be able to be like, "Thank God I brought my environmental suit."
Yeah.
That's something you beam down there with. So,
Got it.
however, you could get clever and be like, "I'm going to spend this much momentum, and oh my God, this Ferengi has an environmental suit on his ship
Yeah,
that I can steal."
that's
real
what I
quick."
assumed an opportunity cost meant, was that, not like we're planning to bring it with us.
The way it says is time spent gathering extra items steals away potential opportunities the crew may have, or even creates opportunities for the situation to get worse. The idea is that you have to. The way the rules
I
are
see,
written,
okay.
you have to spend the
spending
opportunity
time.
cost to even get the item.
Got it.
Yeah. So, and it does comport to the scene because you guys are beaming into a situation. So if you have to buy threat to have all the opportunity costs, that just means you're beaming into a tense situation.
So I think that would leave us with, give
So
you get 2 threat, basically.
yeah, I'm going to
we
gain
did
2
spend
threat
6.
basically, because and
Yeah.
y'all will spin down and have 0 momentum at
Yeah.
that point.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to gain 2 threat. Y'all are at 0 momentum.
It's fine. I'll bump us up back to 1 at the very least.
Oh, wait, how much floating did we have? That was the other question. Did we have floating
Oh,
momentum?
that's right. You had 2 floating momentum.
We don't give you any threat.
You don't give me any threat.
But yeah.
So I'm going to I'm raising the threat by 1 because there is a cloaked Klingon bird of prey who y'all do not know what its intentions are, and you're beaming down to this dangerous thing. I'm going to just count that as 1 threat. The scene has gotten a little more intense. Okay, I think we're set.
Sweet.
All right, so transporters activate. The blue glow of the transporter pad separates in front of you. Again, that blue curtain of energy, as it parts, you begin to find yourself in this white, endless domain of large boulders and just snow. Ancient snow that is cast across this horizon. You can see a gray haze in the far distance, which is like a skirt around the edges of these great mountains that form on other plateaus that rise up miles into the sky. It's breathtaking point of view. You can see here that the tundra, indeed, as described, looks like it has these huge rock faces and craggy areas that are perfect for an ambush site in every direction as soon as you all beam down. I mean, that to Aeon, that's the first thing that comes into your mind when you beam down here, is looking around like your tricorder, it's like clutching it in your hand, but like you can see there are just huge boulders all over the place. You could be jumped at any particular moment. Thankfully, no immediate life forms were scanned when Avrali did scan. Avrali is already flipping open their tricorder. Just as a reminder, you guys now are under the terrain traits of difficult footing, dry, and exposed to the elements. Now, right now, the temperature is roughly negative 38 degrees Celsius. Y'all are perfectly even if it falls to its coldest levels, your enviro suits have you guys protected from that. So, you are all looking around and just see this ice wonderland. And in front of you, about 30 meters away, you can see sticking out of the snow in a drifting, gentle column of black smoke, the odd-looking cylindrical chunk of metal that is essentially a Ferengi shuttlecraft, just lodged out of it. And Avrali points and goes, "There it is, right over there." No signs of any life. I'm not detecting any Ferengi. Not detecting Klingons either, thankfully.
That's a relief, but let's at least get to the ship and see what we can glean from that.
All right, you guys start trudging through the snow. The snow is not particularly deep, but what you discover is, though the snow isn't deep, it is pretty stiff and packed in really good. I'm going to have you all make a roll because it's difficult footing. So this is going to be a fitness security check for everybody.
Okay.
With a difficulty of 2 increased by 1 because of the terrain trait. So make a roll and tell me what you get.
The focus athletic.
Yes, that absolutely would come into handy here. Yeah, athletic is an excellent focus to have.
Difficulty 2 and sorry, you said what was it? Fitness what?
Difficulty 2 and I'm sorry, it's a fitness plus security check. Oh, I
Fitness.
forgot. Yeah, Conway's here. So Conway would probably be running that scan. Is that right?
Also, I had a question because
Yeah.
didn't you say we can only have one NPC? Can you explain that again?
No. Oh, yeah. Okay, so if you want to have an NPC activated as a support character, but a player is not playing them, I'm playing them. That's an aux point, and I'll activate.
And that's only one at a time.
Yes, but
Got it.
you all can play your support characters in one scene.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody can do that. It's just if you want to activate a support character that's not being played by anybody, but you want them to function as a support character, because if you're
Gotcha.
if a
Gives an
support character-
NPC PC abilities.
Yeah, so
Got
think
it.
of
Okay.
it like this. It's the difference between Miles O'Brien having episode lines in an episode of TNG, and when they're not a central figure of the scene, they're basically a red shirt if they're not careful.
Mhm.
So yeah. Anyway,
Okay. All right.
so
Cool.
you're good to go as Dr. Conway here.
Okay.
Which do you have Conway's stats, by the way? Because I can send them to you. if
I
you
do.
don't.
I
Okay,
have
cool.
just the
Awesome.
bare bones.
That's okay. That totally works. You need to know anything about stats for him.
4 successes.
Four
Dang.
successes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I got a crit and then I got another crit thanks to my focus.
Okay, so you're
No.
going to be banking a lot of momentum. That's 2 at least.
Can you
Um,
send me Conway's sheet if you have it?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
she rolled a 2 and a 4.
Oh,
I
okay.
also-
Whoa.
I also get, because of self-reliant, I also get, the difficulty was 3, right?
2, I thought.
Two.
2? Okay,
It's
cool.
Was
difficulty
it
was just
2 bumped up to 1 or sorry?
Oh, I'm
2
sorry. Yes, you're right. It was
bumped up
difficulty
by
3
1?
because
Okay.
yeah, the flat
The
difficulty
2
was
bump.
2, but then the terrain
Got it.
amped up the
Added.
difficulty. I'm going to post this in the cast chat here, but this is actually a combined packet of all the support characters.
Oh,
for the-
sweet.
Oh, that's so perfect.
And I should
Yes.
actually give this over to our aux crew too as a exclusive for everybody, so you guys can have all the stats for our NPCs. But yeah,
Where'd it go?
that's
Oh, there.
Conway's in the very back of that packet as the unnamed character. It just didn't save for whatever reason.
The
page 10.
unnamed character.
I got her name highlighted. So,
But I rolled a 1 and a 7, so I got 3.
Oh my
yeah.
god. We all
damn,
did very
okay.
well on these rolls.
Awesome. Okay, sweet.
You're prepared.
And so Conway rolled 2, and then I just wanted to see if she did have anything else that
Yeah, because
could
it could be 4 if you have a
Yeah.
yeah, it could be a
if any
big double hit.
focuses. Yeah.
Yeah.
The patient
okay.
is central.
Also,
First
Eliza,
aid surgery.
if you want to change any of the focuses that I have as her support character to whatever you have, since you are the creator of Dr. Conway, you can feel free to change the focuses if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has first aid surgery, immunology, veterinary medicine.
Yes.
So yeah, nothing
Okay.
nothing there would really give her make
Not
these
really.
crits. So she got
Mm,
2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes, which means that's going to be a fail.
Yeah.
We don't get
Hmm.
many of those.
Yikes. Let it
So
ride.
you guys can bank all that momentum, all that juicy momentum that you all
I
just
don't-
gave for the party.
But we only made 1 momentum, but then because of self-reliance, my skill, I get 3 bonus momentum. So I get bonus momentum equal to the difficulty I did
Uh-huh.
that. So 3
wow.
bonus, just floating. Is it possible for me to help the doctor here at all?
You might be able to after she's done falling. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we can do that.
You all begin to trudge through the snow. As you're getting closer and closer to the Ferengi craft, you all start to hear the telltale signs of, at first it sounds like the snow crunching beneath your boots, but Selma, as you're walking, you begin to feel the ground cracking underneath your feet. You can all hear that horrible sound of ice breaking. Like that sort of deep resonant and Avrali's eyes widen and goes, nobody move, but it's too late. The moment Avrali says that, there is this horrible apocalyptic crushing sound as the ground gives away.
Oh my God.
The Ferengi shuttle tips forward like a car going over the cliff, and you see the snow just drop. As it does, the rest of you who succeeded immediately fall less than a foot onto a ledge and then roll onto a deeper ledge about 6 feet down, rolling for a split second. Your entire world is a moment where you're not sure if you're about to die. You have no idea how deep this crevice or this pit is as you start falling into this sinkhole. However, while y'all hit the ledge, Selma, you keep falling. You go over the side and the snow around you. You don't know how far you fall. Thankfully, it's only a few seconds before the ground catches you. And thankfully, because of the falling snow around you, because snow is falling around you, the snowpack is not as brutal when you hit. As it's kind of loosened up and falls underneath you, you get a little bit of a cushioned blow. But you are going to take 2 points, or actually, you will need to take, you're going to need to take 2 points of stress from the fall.
Okay.
Or you'll take
my
as that happens, as the impact happens, though, just as the snow begins to like fall and pile in on top of you, the Ferengi vessel that was also like at this point about 20 meters from you guys, and it sank. As you're looking up to Aeon, Tavine, you glance over to your right just in time to see this thing falling. And this crack that has formed, the sinkhole, you see it split almost like an earthquake has happened, where you guys have just suddenly found a cliff. And you watch this thing go down, 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 down. And Avrali goes, look out! You hear Avrali shouting somewhere behind you. You're not sure where. But as the Ferengi vessel impacts on the bottom, just as you're pulling yourself up off the ground, Selma, I'm spending 3 threat.
Woo-hoo.
And the ground that it hits also gives way. And as you're pulling yourself up, the ground falls out underneath you again, and you guys watch in horror as Dr. Conway vanishes from sight underneath this avalanche of snow.
This is how people die all the time.
It's
I watch so many Everest and Antarctica videos. This is how they always die.
There is a terrifying video on Instagram of a guy who falls into a sinkhole in the snow.
Oh my
He
God.
falls something like 60 feet and catches on the ledge by his ski, by pure happenstance. Catches on the
He's
ledge.
lucky. He's so lucky because literally,
because the fall keeps going. You don't even see the bottom.
No. People fall like 100 feet down into an ice crevasse and they are dead on arrival. Like, it is terrifying. It's like the scariest thing in snow, I guess.
Selma, your world goes completely dark and you hear the sounds of metal screeching and impact, and then you black out.
Oh, did I take a bunch of damage and now I'm injured or something?
You're unconscious, so I'll tell you when you wake up.
Okay.
Okay,
but I'm going to spend 3 threat to enact that.
Can I do anything in my 3 points?
Yes. Yes, you can. So now you can do something. Now you can react to everything that's happened from that. What would you like to do?
Oh, God. That's a lot of things I need to react to.
Yep.
Okay. I'm thinking. I would like to spend 2 momentum on my floating momentum. I think for the best way to spend is to make the trait line of sight.
Okay.
Like in the very least be like, I know where. Like I can see at the very least the imprint of or the dot that is Conway right now. But I know it's not buried, or if they are almost buried, I know where they are. Then
Okay. Line of sight. Visually, you do not see Dr. Conway.
Okay.
you see a haze of icy fog gathering around where everything fell. So it's impossible to visually see, but theoretically you should still be able to locate them.
Yeah.
The EV suits are designed so that the communication tags do not just fall off of those. They stay secure in case stuff like this happens.
Oh boy.
That's not your spend. Don't worry. I won't. You can
Okay,
keep
cool.
momentum, but yeah, I would just say unless you use something that can help you gaze through that mist, she's
Yeah.
completely obfuscated from you visually right now.
You know what? I would like to use a bonus momentum to say that we have the gear to climb down.
Okay. Okay, in which case we'll say it's built into your EV suit. You reach up and tap a couple of buttons on your forearm, and these spikes go just jerk out from your boots, and a couple of hooks on the sides of your arms. You have climbing equipment. Avrali stumbles over to all of you. The Andorian, well built for this environment, literally where they grew up, and you can see that they have completely adapted to the snow. They come crashing over to you and says, "Is everyone okay?"
Dr. Conway's down there. I'm gonna go down.
As you start immediately heading over to the cliff, Avrali looks at you, Tavine, and says, "Are you okay? Are you good?"
I'm Baya. I'm Baya right now.
I'm sorry, Baya. Oh, Baya, that's right. Baya,
Mhm.
the lieutenant comes over to you and says, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I think so. Should I stay up here? I don't know how to climb.
Give me a second. Yeah, stay up here. Stay up here. If you don't know how to climb, we're both staying up here.
Okay. She like puts her hands on her hips and like kind of does like a now going to be standing on a cliff by herself. Okay.
Okay. As you're doing this, Avrali begins to immediately tap on the tricorder and runs a scan. And I'm going to say, by that scan, I'm going to use to say that's your line of sight, basically, of getting a spot, is Avrali just using that ability for you.
Okay.
And you hear in the comms as Avrali speaks and goes, okay. Yes, I have her. Wow. Life signs are strong. It looks like she's okay. She's not moving, but she's in her envirosuit, so there's no risk of suffocation. Doesn't look like the ice pack is too bad. Dr. Conway, this is Avrali. Can you hear me? Dr. Conway, come in. Nothing comes back. Avrali pauses and says, "Dr. Conway, this is Lieutenant Avrali Sharat. Are you there? Can you hear us?" Nothing comes back. And then finally the tricorder readings finish, and Avrali's eyes widen and they look at you, Baya, and says, to Aeon, I have it looks like the fall was about 44 meters.
Okay.
Roughly 144 feet down. Need to get closer if I'm going to scan for injuries. Life signs are still coming through strong, though.
I'll see what I can do. I'm just gonna get down there. I know emergency medicine, so I can rarely stabilize her if anything's seriously wrong.
Understood. This is Avrali to the USS Pride. We've had a little bit of a accident, and we're gonna cut to Selma. Your eyes slowly open, and all you see is total darkness. Your medical training as a doctor who is well aware of emergencies and things like this, like, you immediately start to feel the instinct to panic because it all starts flooding back to you that you just fell into the void. You have no idea how far it's been. Your body hurts, but you don't think, miraculously, you don't think anything is broken. You kind of checking in with your body.
Yeah. Gently.
There's a little bit of light breaking through the snowpack.
I'm gonna gently wiggle fingers and toes, and then just kind of do some muscle flex. Ow, ooh, ah, just kind of assessing what I'm feeling.
You're feeling like you just gained 4 points of stress to your character from that fall. But you are avoiding an injury.
Okay.
You do have the so a total of 4 points of stress from the fall.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to report that the fact that you spent the opportunity cost and have an EV suit means the protection 1 absorbed some of that for you.
Great.
You do see that you're not pulling a Martian here. There's no crack in the helmet. Those things are resilient as hell. But you did land on some things. You did soft land because you should be broken right now.
Yeah.
Even with snow, you should be broken. So you're like checking in with yourself. Light is starting to finally break through the clouds. If you look up, you can see a little bit out through the snowpack. But if you look forward, it kind of opens up a little bit, mostly because of the heat that's wafting off of the fire from the crashed wreck of a Ferengi shuttle that's laying about 15 meters from you.
Great.
As you stare at it for a second, Dr. Conway, you start to notice that there are these additional items that are now visible in the landscape around you. It looks like this is no longer a crevice. It looks like you fell through the top of an opening or an ice cave of some kind. And the light from this fire, from this crashed shuttle, this Ferengi shuttle that's now illuminating the space, is revealing to you it looks like this is a large encampment of some kind that you've fallen into, because you see evidence of like a small looks like maybe an environmental tent that has been set up and is now partially crushed underneath mounds of snow. Evidence of what looks like a couple of canisters, perhaps for food or maybe even heating, all kind of spread out throughout the area. And as you're blinking through, not sure if it's the haze or if it's concussion, you see emerging from a boulder that is like a boulder made of solid ice, just kind of leaning onto its side. The thick, extravagant furs of a luxury coat on the Ferengi that rounds the corner. The Ferengi's holding up what looks like a torch of some kind, but a techno torch. So it looks like it's a rod of metal that's like sparking on the end like a flare. And the Ferengi is not wearing an EV suit and looks like he's quite chapped all over his face from the cold. You see icicles have formed on his great ears as he walks around the corner and goes, "Who's going to pay for this? Who's going to pay for this? Who did this to my shuttle? What the hell is... You did this!" Points directly at you and is intimidating as the 5'2" angry Ferengi with icicles tries to appear. All you see is a Ferengi named Sprack, who's trying to be intimidating and accusing you of wrecking his property. That is where we're going to pause tonight's game, because it is 9. So when we come back next week, we've got multiple things taking place here on this ice planet. And we've got a cloaked bird of prey in orbit. We've got a rescue mission, but you guys have also found Sprack, or Sprack has found you. It depends on how you want to look at it. This will be good. We will see you all next week. Welcome back, Eliza.
Eliza's back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you.
Great to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the muffins tonight and the pool party. We will see you, Ox crew. Thank you for the Ox points. We will see you next Monday. We'll have Sam back next Monday, so the full crew will be reunited. It'll be good stuff. Until then, friends, hailing frequencies are closed.